Now, here's meteorologist Michelle Muscatello with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 futurecast.
Well, we just can't catch a break. More strong thunderstorms rolling through, causing flooding all across the area. In fact, there are still numerous flash flood watches and warnings in effect for our area, Pete. Now, it looks like we'll take you through the last 5 hours where we've had 2 more rounds of strong storms move through. Let's go ahead and take a look at live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. We'll take you back in time to this morning when you can see there's one batch of very torrential downpours that moved through, and then a second batch just developed over Rhode Island Sound and pushing through right now. Now, the latest trends, Peter, that the heaviest of it is lifting up out of our area.
Exactly. So it looks like a bit of a break for now, but what we've seen is that the atmosphere is just so moist, it's so juiced that just when you see one wave of showers go by, another one can just kind of blossom up out of nowhere, and we could be seeing that this afternoon.
Exactly. In fact, I want to go down to where we're still seeing some heavy rain, and that includes Woonsocket, Cumberland, starting to see it ease up. But our weather spotter, Brad, out of Cumberland, reported not only a strong thunderstorm there, but also some hail within that thunderstorm. And we've seen some of that this morning. Saw that from our city cam as we were on the air on Eyewitness News this morning. Franklin, Mass, starting to see some heavy rain, thunder there. And we've got a strong storm that's moving over Plymouth and heading up towards the south shore of Boston. And then a severe thunderstorm underway right now over the Cape, Osterville into Hyannisport, all seeing some torrential downpours, the potential for some wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. That's strong enough to do some damage. But want to once again dissect this storm to take a look at some of the clues that this can give us on the radar. And what we look for is how intense a storm is. And one of the ways that we measure the intensity of it is by how high vertically it stretches into the atmosphere. And what we're seeing here, Peter, that these are pretty low top storms, we call them, so not seeing intense or severe weather with them, but certainly the potential to cause flooding and to raise some eyebrows as they come through with gusty winds and possibly some smaller hail.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, if that reaches that second line there and has a little bit of a tilt to it, that's when you really have to start to worry about severe weather. But these storms certainly strong enough to give us lots of downpours.
Here's an example of that, Pete, with that severe weather. You can see over the Cape just how much higher that stretches up into the atmosphere. And you can see those reds and yellows stretching up 40, 50,000 feet.
Yeah, exactly. It's those big towering returns that we look for right now across Cape Cod. Fortunately, nothing across central Rhode Island, but it is something we'll be watching for later on this afternoon.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we are dealing with right now over Rhode Island, because there is one batch of what looks to be a developing harmless shower right now. But what we've seen so much today is that you take a little shower like this over Bishop Heights, and all of a sudden it just blossoms. It almost explodes into a stronger thunderstorm. So that's what we're going to have to watch out for this afternoon. Lightning tracker showing numerous cloud-to-ground lightning strikes as these storms move through. You can see the abundance of them over the Cape right now and heading up towards Hyannis, and eventually it looks like Provincetown will get it. But as far as flood watches and warnings, we're still under a flood warning, Pete, until 1:30 for the area shaded in that dark green.
Exactly. So until 1:30 for basically Providence and Kent County, and that does include the Providence metro area down through Warwick, and a flood watch for South County, Bristol County, Rhode Island. That goes until 8 p.m. because more rain is possible throughout the evening hours. And of course that thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm warning, continues down there for Barnstable County. All right, just a bunch of rain this morning. This is from our photographer Ben DeLuca in Warren, Rhode Island. You can see the road just ponding with water there. I-95, not a pretty sight this morning. Lots of water piling up on the highway. And this picture is actually from yesterday. John Hurley from Little Compton, Secundit Point. Very ominous looking storm clouds, the situation that we have seen this morning as well. And we love getting your pictures, so just make sure you send those to weather@wpri.com. Now, Michelle will hopefully tell us about a brightening forecast for the big all-day weekend. Michelle?
It does look like things will change, at least towards the better, as we head into the end of the week and the weekend. But right now, live city cam pictures in Providence, still gray skies, still very cool, but the visibility is up. Northeast winds are keeping our temperatures very chilly. We're only in the 60s. We should be at 81. Now, our weather spotters have done a great job checking in. Brad in Cumberland says a thunderstorm with hail has moved through here in the last 20 minutes, while Caitlin in Warwick has picked up nearly 2 inches of rain in the last 2 days. And of course, the bullseye has been over Westerly, where they picked up more than 5.5 5.5 inches of rain. Problem for us as far as getting rid of these thunderstorms, at least through the afternoon hours. We're still watching a nearly stalled front off to our south. It looks like the focus of the thunderstorms will start to lift north later on this afternoon and this evening, but until this evening, there's still the potential for some severe thunderstorms with flooding rains, damaging winds, and possibly some small hail. And I do look for things to quiet down as we head into the overnight hours tonight, and for your daytime tomorrow, it looks like it'll be more driven by the afternoon sunshine. So we'll see some hazy sun, just some scattered afternoon thunderstorms. Obviously, we've had a 100% chance of seeing thunderstorms today. It drops down to about a 30% chance for tomorrow, and then for Saturday, for the 4th of July, only about a 15% chance of seeing one of those late afternoon or early evening thunderstorms. But certainly, I wouldn't cancel your plans. It does look fine for fireworks tomorrow night in Warwick.
All right, finally some good news there.